They say knowledge is power, but they also say that power is power. And by having too much power, you naturally become overpowered. And while the image of Ado isn't probably the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the words overpowered, she still should at least be a thought because of the power she holds in her influence, voice, and a wealth of knowledge. Now, if you know Ado the same way I do, because not to brag or anything, she's been my most listened to artist for 3 years in a row, you'll come to the false conclusion that she isn't the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to general knowledge. That is completely false, because she knows some of the world's best kept secrets. So some of her livestream fuck-ups don't happen because she doesn't know enough, they happen because she knows too much. On a livestream, Ado was told that onions can fly in Australia, to which...
オーストラリアの玉ねぎって空を飛ぶんですか？皆さん知ってますか？オーストラリアの玉ねぎは空を飛ぶんですか？オーストラリアに住んでる方教えてください。オーストラリアの玉ねぎは空を飛ぶんですか？そういう光景が広がってるんですか？
To which she believed. Now this seems pretty funny at first, until we realised that Ado knows something we don't. Onions can actually fly in Australia. That's right, they fly off the shelves, because our ex-Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, once ate an onion to take pride in the quality of the farmer's works.
Very good. Certainly brought a tear to my eye.
And this saw millions of Australians flock to their local Woolies to buy lots of onions. But because Tony Abbott was so humble, he swept this under the rug. To find out more, search up things that Tony Abbott has swept under the rug. And Ado knows this, so this is all a misunderstanding, but this begs a question. Why does Ado know so much about Australian politics? Well, we can never know for sure because Ado keeps her identity hidden, but going off publicly available information, she uses the blue rose as a symbol for wishes that come true, which derives off the fact that blue roses symbolize mystery or unattainability. And since the blue rose is such an important motif to Ado, could she be hinting that she is something bigger than just one of the world's greatest J-pop singers? And if there's one thing that Scooby-Doo taught me, it's that mysteries should be solved. Now I'm sure you've heard this joke thousands of times, but Ado spelled backwards is Oda, and One Piece played a big role in Ado's career, as she provided the music for the movie One Piece film Red, accelerating her career while also enhancing the movie's overall experience, making this a win-win situation for both her and Oda. But could this be an example of insider trading? What if Ado actually was Oda? Sure, at first, this sounds completely unbelievable, because Ado wasn't even born when One Piece began. But she doesn't need to be, because art is transcendent of time. And since I've never seen Ado or Oda's face, you can't prove to me that they aren't the same person. Because after all, Ado has such good control over a powerful voice that she could theoretically change her voice when she's Oda. But does this masterful control over her voice carry on to other aspects of her life, as while she doesn't write her own songs, the way she sings them makes it seem like her songs are very personal, making her truly take ownership over the songs, which is what gives her the purest form of power, control. While I'm sure this can carry on to many other aspects of her life, it doesn't, because Ado stuck true to her roots. Despite being world famous, she plays Minecraft on a potato. So the way in which she self-regulates, stays humble, sings beautifully are all brilliant displays of power, as power over others isn't the only form of power, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing. This is what makes Ado overpowered.